Good morning, everyone. My name is Victor Polito. I'm a senior at CSU Chico in online sociology. And since this is an online class, this means that a lot of us live in different parts of the country. If you live in a big city, you've probably seen a newly remodeled neighborhood with the new homes, shopping centers, businesses, and parks. It's most likely because of gentrification. Gentrification is the process of renovating and improving a house or district so that it conforms to middle class taste. It sounds great, however, you'll soon look past the new renovations and see the division and racial segregation it creates through displacement. The title of my PowerPoint is Displacement Caused by Gentrification. To really see the impact of gentrification, we'll be focusing the presentation on San Francisco's Mission District, which is a largely gentrified area. The gentrification in San Francisco is slowly destroying the culture, and the cure for the 21st century is to remove gentrification from the city. Gentrification displaces families. If you don't know what displacement means, it literally means to compel to leave home. As the picture shows, families are being displaced from their homes because gentrification causes rent to drastically increase along with everyday expenses. Nancy Raquel Marable writes about the consequences with gentrification. She is a historian and the associate professor of Latino studies at San Francisco State University. Her paper explains how most of the homes in the Mission District are rented apartments. Most of the renters consist of working class Latinos, which means as the Mission District transformed into fancy condominiums, it pushed out about 10,000 Latino families. Although the area is now newly remodeled, most locals can't enjoy it because they're getting pushed out of their homes. Most of the newcomers were young, white, and affluent families. This creates racial segregated cities and kicks families out of their homes. In 2014, gentrification hit a large portion of San Francisco's Mission District. Businesses like Facebook and Google moved into the neighborhood and provided the city an opportunity for new high-end stores and classes. Manissa McLeave Maharwal wrote about this in her article. She is a doctoral candidate in anthropology at the CUNY Graduate Center in New York City. Maharwal goes on to explain how these businesses provided private buses that transported the new residents. Local residents felt like foreigners in their own homes as their friends were kicked out by wealthier individuals who could outbuy their homes. Many of the locals responded by protesting the private buses by blockades. They were making a statement that gentrification is harming the families who currently live in the city by forcing them to leave along with alienating them in their own homes. It's great to improve the neighborhoods, but not when people are being forced to leave their homes. Gene Folger, a financial writer covering real estate, investing, active trade, and retirement planning, gave a great perspective in her article, 9 Gentrifying Neighborhoods in the Bay Area. She has over 15 years of experience. She stated that the California Bay Area is home to some of the highest rents and home prices in the nation. You can see in the picture that a large amount of the Bay Area has been gentrified. Counties like Alameda, San Mateo, Santa Clara, and Solano are all areas that have been highly gentrified, and renters are hit the hardest by gentrification because most of the homes are rented. Due to the high prices, most landlords enforce strict regulation for their renters and will either evict current residents if rent is unpaid, move in themselves, and or raise the prices. Folger states that gentrified neighborhoods can be a victim to their own success because they reap the benefits while harming more people than they help. This benefits those who are moving in, but harms those it kicks out. Here's the counterargument. Gentrification does remodel neighborhoods, businesses, and homes, but at what cost? One might say, it is worth cleaning up bad neighborhoods and bringing in more affluent residents. It decreases the crime rates in the city, new parks, new renovations in the neighborhood. The new businesses and homes spike up the cost of living that brings in affluent families. There are also plus sides to business owners and homeowners. The spike in prices gentrification causes makes the businesses and properties worth more money, which would be desirable for the owners. They are encouraged to remodel their properties and rent to families who could afford it. This is a reasonable claim. However, this just means the current residents who are low-class citizens or those who commit crime are going to move to poor neighborhoods. It remodels the neighborhood entirely that leaves the neighborhoods left unrecognizable. This ends up creating a segregated society and drives out the current residents who can't afford the higher prices. In conclusion, gentrification does have a good intention to improve the neighborhoods by remodeling homes, apartments, parks, and businesses. However, there is a problem because many local residents can't enjoy the changes because they are being removed before they can experience it. This is important to understand because it will most likely impact every individual in the country as gentrification becomes even more widespread. This means that many people will be removed from their neighborhoods as gentrification expands. It is clear to see that gentrification needs to be stopped and other solutions need to be implemented. Through articles from Mirabal, Maharwal, and Folger, the negative effects of gentrification are seen. We've seen many examples of families getting kicked out or forced to leave their neighborhoods because of the cost of living rising and creates segregated neighborhoods. We've seen the impacts of new businesses displeasing the local residents that result in protests. We've seen that a large portion of the Bay Area has been already gentrified. If these are the effects that happened in the Mission District of San Francisco, what would happen to the rest of the counties? Gentrification needs to be stopped. Thank you very much.